Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Friends from Work. I'm Tom, this is Sean, and on today's episode, we're going to be discussing Netflix's new original series, Kaleidoscope, starring Giancarlo Esposito, created by Eric Garcia. But before we do that, do us a favor right now, leave a like right below and subscribe while you have a moment. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, links are on the screen and down below. And other than that, so as you guys know, this series was different than any other series we've discussed. So that's probably have aired to my recollection.
In general,
yeah, is where Netflix assigned you an order where you can watch the show in any order. The only rule they had was you have to watch the white episode last, because that was the heist. But you can watch any of the episodes in any order you wanted. Even if you didn't like Netflix's way they organize it for you, you can watch it your own way. Eric Garcia wrote it that way and intended for it to watch in any way. And
but heist last.
Yeah, with the heist last. And so we're going to have different perspectives. So how we're going to go about it is I will say the orders of mine, and then Sean will do the same. And then I'll also share like a little short perspective on what I had, and then Sean will do the same. And then obviously we'll do our regular review, breakdown, and everything from there. So for me, the order I had was yellow, green, blue, orange, violet, red, pink, and then white. And then what about for you, Sean?
I had green, yellow, orange, blue, violet, red, pink, and then white.
Okay, so yeah,
similar. They were like
we had similar beginnings, but really different middles.
Yeah.
And obviously the ending. So the way I had it, the perspective I had, or viewing experience I had was, it was really mainly a lot of the backstory with glimpses of present to future. I'd say the first few episodes was a lot backstory, like months prior. I'm looking here, yeah, pretty much everything was like prior to it, and then once we got the last two episodes, last few was like after the heist.
Yeah, what was it? Red and pink were the future ones.
Yeah, so yeah.
Red and pink were future.
Pink was 6 months. Red was morning after the heist.
Okay, yeah.
But everything else was about pretty much prior.
Yeah.
I had yellow was 6 weeks before, green was 7 years before. Blue was 5 days before, orange was 3 weeks, violet was 24 years before, red was morning after, pink was 6 months after, and then white was the heist. So we'll go episode by episode in a minute, but overall, my little general recap, little thing, I really enjoyed it. I think what I can compare it to for a quality heist show and or movie is Den of Thieves, in the sense of I was really entertained by it. Obviously the action was a lot different in that, but that's the last quality thing I could think of that I can watch, so I would match it to that. Obviously different pacing clearly, but I really enjoyed this show. Giancarlo Esposito, I think I can't really think of any other role where he showed his acting range. We've always seen him as like this really menacing, like man of few words. Like he can stand there and just stare at you, and you get goosebumps, even no matter what he does. And we know he's great at that. But an aspect we saw of him in this show was his ability to get so vulnerable. Like when he was like crying and breaking down, I felt it. Like his acting,
when he was talking to his daughter, that was
like it felt like so real. Like. So I want to give my flowers to him for that, because that's the number one thing that stood out to me was his acting chops. Because we already knew he was a great actor, but we've always seen him as a menacing villain.
Yeah, I can't think
or
of
always like he's always been a bad guy. Like that's
I
always.
don't know about bad, but like a stern guy.
Yeah, like he's always
he's more like happy-go-lucky. Like I wouldn't say happy-go-lucky, but like
a badass.
Yeah, I was just say like a bad boy type of thing.
Yeah,
not this frame, but like. A little carefree at times.
Yeah.
Like, I would agree. I really liked it. He killed it in his role. I would say the only character I really didn't like, maybe his daughter.
Hannah.
Like the quality, Hannah, like of the job they did. Obviously, nobody liked Bob, but he did a great job of not being.
Bob was a twat.
Yeah, he was like, obviously you don't like Bob, but he was acting his ass off. Like, I'm honestly gonna say I thought the director went a little got a little too fancy. I think if they played it in chronological order, it's fucking dope. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
agree.
it's good in the order it is. I'm biased, like I said, just because I was telling Tom that the Green episode seems like that would have to be like, is somebody watching that and that would have been the episode before the heist? That doesn't make any sense to me. If Green was the episode before the heist, where he like it ends with him like breaking out of jail and him like climbing out of the back seat. It's like, how would that have made sense right before the heist?
Yeah, that's understandable. But
I think it's in Windows where like it's different for everybody, but Green has to be in the first 4.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine you watching it and seeing that episode in particular, Green and maybe even Yellow, right before the heist, the episode right before the heist, and it making sense.
Right.
Like, I feel like you had to have seen the one.
I guarantee there's probably some blocks.
Yeah, that's why me and yours are similar, but flip-flop. Like I said, I bet you like Green had to be in the first 3.
Yeah.
Maybe Violet could have been anywhere.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And like that.
Because that was like always the overlooming mystery. Why the fuck?
Yeah, so that could be anywhere. They could have did that at the beginning. They could have did it at the end. It would have been fine. But I think the one where he escapes jail couldn't have been. You couldn't have did it after like episode 5, maybe 4 or 5. After that,
I
like
agree.
It would have been like a weird spot.
Yeah.
Or like the one where is Yellow where he gets his hand blown off
6
or shot.
Yeah, because that's when
Yeah, like that one had to be early too. I think that one would have had because they. You know what I mean? Like why would they have been like it wouldn't have made sense if you hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
So I think Green and Yellow had to have been like
the first 4.
Top 5, 4 had to be.
I you know what I should have Googled beforehand. Like what was I told you.
I've Googled a lot. Nobody had anything in particular. Okay. Like why if like
if someone had like you said like Yellow at episode 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I didn't see anything like that. I didn't go that deep, but I didn't see anybody if there was like they thought the same thing that I thought with the algorithm that like. But like I said, for sure, Green could not be the episode before the heist. That would not like none of. I won't say none of it would have made sense, but that episode would have been so out of place. It wouldn't have made sense if they rolled right into the heist after that.
Yeah. So for me, I agree with them in the sense that there probably is some blockage to it. I'm just trying to think if. No, I don't think anyone. I'm just thinking off of your viewpoint. But obviously, I think the point of the viewing experience for everyone was different. Like we support more characters more over here, dislike more characters here, love them less, love them more. So let's do that. We'll go character by character, and we'll share each other's opinions. And maybe I know for sure we have 1 or 2 characters that we for sure 100% agree upon. Let's do this. Obviously, let's go with Ray Leo. How'd you feel about?
I thought he was all. Like I said, he did a great job. I mean, what could you say? He killed the role. The like you were saying, the scenes where after when his wife dies, and then like when he's talking with his daughter after she dies, were like I said, great. And then he also had like, but it was also these arcs where like he fucked them all over, kind of. Yeah. And he was getting greedy, and and things like that. But I think his arc was very good.
Yes. Same. Let's see. Stan. How'd you feel?
Stan, I'd probably say is like I like Stan a lot. Next to Ray, I'd say I like the most. He like didn't really have any didn't ever like he was always doing the right thing. Yeah. Like Ray had like his downside where like he really wanted to get back at Ray.
Yeah, he was Roger. Never in it for the money.
Yeah, so he always was like, if I have to fuck all these guys over to get back at Roger for killing my wife. Yeah. Or you know what I mean, letting her die,
leaving her behind.
He was gonna do that. I feel like. And Ava still, you know what I mean? She had under things she was doing. Yeah. Everybody was like, had some other shit going on, except for RJ, I guess. Wasn't really like trying to snake anybody. But Stan, like, was just a really good guy. He like always was doing the right thing in the moment. Like, he sacrificed himself so fucking Ray could break out of jail. Okay, let's go.
Should we say Ray for the whole episode? Because he went by Leo and Ray a lot. So should we say Ray? Because should we stick with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I know we're gonna start fucking it up.
Ray. I can't.
Because he at the end of it was like Pink, or it was Pink, where he was like, yeah, I'm warming up to Ray again.
Yeah. Before we get to character, like I said, man, I really wish they would have just did it in order. Like I think they should have done it like in chronological order, except for the one that's 24 years before. I think they should have did that one right before the heist, like so you like really get into it, and then the heist next. And then they should have, but the heist shouldn't have been last. I think they should have did the end, like the ones that were in the future. Those were good episodes. Yeah, like if they ended it on the Violet, the one that was sick, that was a good ending to the show. So I thought they should, like I said, I thought they kind of like overthunk themselves on this one, and I think they should have just, like I said, and like for the wow factor, you could have put that one from 20 years later, somewhere randomly in there.
20 years before, you mean?
24 years before. They could have put that randomly, but I thought like if you would have did heist. red, then pink or whatever. I thought it would have been, like I said, I thought that would have been. I like the last.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the last episode, but the
White.
farthest chronologically wise, I like that episode a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like it how it's all mixed up, just because I like the mystery aspect it gave. Because like you would watch certain episodes and then it would just kind of be like, oh, what the fuck, and then you would have to remember certain things.
Yeah.
That's why I was taking notes, and I think without this podcast, I definitely would have forgotten some things.
There were things like
Because it was like it reminded me of like a Knives Out type of situation where it's like, gotta remember that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree there. That did make it fun to watch because, like I said, when they're doing the future ones, you're like, where the fuck's RJ?
Yeah.
And then you find out this fucking bitch Judy shot him.
Yeah,
like,
fuck you, Judy. Dumb bitch.
And then Bob's like stabbed, and you're like, you don't know what happened to him. Like that part is great.
Yeah, that's why.
But I mean, like I said, I just thought, I guess I'm a traditionalist. We talk about how this things work, but I just thought that it would have been. I think my head thinking the best viewing order. I think it would have been Heist, then like in order the Heist, and then the two in the future after it. And I guess maybe do the ones in front of it before.
I'm not
because like you're trying to like I understand what they were trying to do, like do a new take on it, and like I said, it kind of worked.
It worked.
I just like I said, I thought I would have liked it more if like I said, red and pink were after the Heist. But besides that, I think I would have jumbled up all the ones before that, and then.
I feel like pink would have been a really good finale.
That was a good ending. Like that was a dope. Like
shit hurt.
After I saw that episode, I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going? Like,
and I got like sit here
you're
depressed
like, what the
watching
fuck happened in the Heist? You're like,
I was like, I guess I watched the Heist now.
Yeah, like that's how I felt. Like I thought that was like a dope final episode.
Yeah.
It was they closed everything.
Yeah.
Like spoilers, we haven't said it before, but Ray, you know what I mean, guest dies.
Yeah. They didn't show him.
He's walking off into the, you know what I mean? He had a clock anyway, so that's what you're implying that he's walking. Because that's how he walks his daughter. He's walking his daughter through that same tunnel at the beginning. Or in the future episode or some shit. Earlier in the episode, he's walking through that with his daughter.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And then that one bitch, what's her name? I forgot. That was the one name I didn't write down, the agent.
Ibiza? No.
Zeiss. It starts with a Z, I'm pretty sure.
I keep saying Ibiza.
Nazida or something, maybe an N.
No, I keep saying Ibiza, but it's not Ibiza.
It's not Ibiza. It's like
an
N and a Z.
Ibiza. Biazi.
It's not like Ibiza. Stop it.
Something like that. Zingati.
Nazan.
Let me see. Oh, I'm saying her last name, Abasi.
Oh,
because they kept calling.
Oh yeah, because she's an
Ibiza.
Right.
Yeah.
Her mom calls her Nazan or whatever.
Yeah, but it was Abasi.
You're right.
Abasi's not to us.
But she gets poked and that was foreshadowing because earlier, like I said, Roger says to Hannah like, you don't mess with the triplets. You fuck with them, and one day you're walking down the side of the road, somebody bumps into you, and you pass out and die.
Yep.
And and Pink, she's like, somebody has to pay. Somebody did something, and the triplets' name is on her board.
Oh yeah.
And fucking somebody bumps into her, and she falls in the street and
dies.
dies.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, Roger says that to Hannah. I don't know what episode that is in, but he says that's why Hannah tells that to her dad. Like, you don't fuck with those people. But Roger says that to her, though, specifically, you don't mess with them because one day you'll just be walking down the streets in New York, somebody will bump into you, and 2 minutes later you keel over and die.
Yeah.
And then that's how.
Damn, I didn't even realize that.
Dies.
See, I knew I forgot a lot of shit.
Yeah.
There were so many great Easter eggs. One thing I do want to call out for the show, though, is speaking about Easter eggs, is the color coordination they had. Sean brought up, I forgot to write that down, was yellow, the flash drive, so that was a big one. Did you write anything down for green? I can't remember.
Well, they were wearing green jumpsuits.
Oh, yeah.
They were wearing
green jumpsuits, and then blue. Did you have anything?
No.
I didn't have anything for the first
four.
I wrote
green, yellow. Those are the flash drives just leapt out to me.
Yeah.
Like that was the one where it like ended and it was like
yellow.
Yeah, like for real yellow.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember green. It ended with him cutting through the back of the seat. Was the car green maybe?
No, that was tan.
Yeah, maybe the leather was green. He was in a green jumpsuit in the jail. I don't know. Like I said, but the flash drive one ended. Or it's like yellow, like so, and then pink kind of ended with.
Oh yeah, no, so I have red and pink, and for violet it was the gem necklace.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess it is violet.
Yeah, purple, violet, whatever, and then red it was Hannah's jacket, the red boat they escaped on.
Oh.
Pink was Bob's pink earbuds. The pink, what did I say? Ooh, excuse me, guys. The pink fox from the FBI's office.
The pink sand.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Okay, I was
Yep,
gonna say that. I remember that.
the
That
pink
one left
sand.
that. Yeah.
The pink taco truck.
Yeah, when they all in the everybody's end scene, there was something pink.
Yeah,
I remember
and
that.
then the pink trees when Ray got shot was the pink flower trees out Disneyland, and then that was like the final scene. And if I'm not sure if you noticed, but they highlighted that shirt. That was Roger's son who shot him.
Yeah.
I was surprised. That one threw me off. I was like, when they showed the shirt, I'm like, wait, did I miss a fucking shirt? But the next episode they covered it. I lost my shit for a second. And then the white episode was the vault lights and then the tunnel lights. There wasn't really a lot of white in it. I wrote down the wires too when they were showing the wires, but that was actually that wasn't even like just it was like all of the colors.
That made that. You know what that part with those wire? Oh, I don't know what wire part you're talking about.
When they went up to the 59th
Yeah, that
floor.
That part really that annoyed me. It was like you're running like you're the most critical part of your tech. You run the FBI up like you couldn't do it 3 floors underneath that. Like why would you run her up to the floor?
Yeah.
Even if you do have it hidden behind the wall, why would you even chance running them up to the floor where your whole plan, like, that was just silliness.
Yeah.
They were so meticulous the whole time.
Or
like,
they could have just put, like, foam up.
Yeah, or, like,
Soundproofing.
not even foam. It's like, and then she heard it. Like,
Yeah.
why, even if that was, is it weird that there would be something beeping in the wall? Like, okay, like, are there wires and
Well,
shit
she
in the
was, like,
wall?
always suspicious. So it
Yeah,
made
she
sense
was
for
weird.
her. But
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that part was kind of, like, forced. I think they could have found a better way for that to happen.
Yeah. You know, speaking about the her, though, you know, I think one of my favorite characters, we got off track here. I just realized that we're going by character, but we'll do this. Ava, I'll start it. I really loved Ava.
Yeah,
Ava was like a bad bitch. Like, so I got really confused for a second because she was she initially a mole for it, and then she was like, let's fucking play them? Or was she like, oh, they found me out, I can't be in this anymore?
I think she was like, I think she was like, she's on my case no matter what.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pretend to be a mole. That's the only way.
No, but remember she said she came back, right? She came.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
she said she's like, I gotta go. Was it because like Bazzi was like always on her ass?
Yeah,
It was
something.
that? That's why
I don't know. They like I said, it's kind of vague. So
Yeah,
you
there's
really
certain
don't
parts I was really confused about, but I loved her. She was always.
know. Oh
a
yeah, Ava was
badass.
dope. I love the part where Bob comes and tries to like.
Oh, I was just about to
her,
bring that up.
and she was like. She just was like treating his ass. He was
Yeah.
like, he didn't know what the fuck
Yeah,
to say.
he's
He was
like, "My
like,
bad."
he was like, you're a one-handed safecracker. And
Yeah.
she was like, I was like, damn. Like,
Yeah, she didn't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
He's like, get the fuck out of my
Yeah,
neighborhood.
she's like-
get the fuck out of my city. I was like, damn, okay, I'm sorry. I should
Well, I was
be on
gonna say,
Netflix
yeah,
right
like
now.
don't fuck with her.
She's a badass. I think one of my favorite scenes too, speaking about her and Bob, was when he pulled up on them in Ohio at that house, and like it was like such like a what was that movie? A Red setup. I remember you had the guns everywhere.
Yeah.
Or like it was like Punisher, like Tom Jane's Punisher. Yeah, like that. Shorty had guns everywhere. That was so cool. That was a really cool scene. How she was like blowing the fuck out of everyone in that crew. But that ending though was like so bogus. Like, first off, why would you let the grandma like mess with her? I think that was her own doing, but like, why was it taking Ava so long to load that one shot?
I don't. Yeah.
That was the only part that bothered
like,
me.
That's what it was like. That's like that scene where she busts through the wall. It's like to move the plot forward.
That
like,
didn't, yeah, I was like, what was the point of that? Like, he should have just woken up, shot her. That part, or like if he had the gun, like why? If they were all out, why didn't you just grab the fucking gun? Or like, hey, I know.
yeah, they were all just like sitting in the couch.
Yeah,
and
they're
shit.
all chilling. But like, but like after that, they should have. What should have happened is let the grandma fucking go. Bye, bitch. Get the car running. Have Ava grab the gun or hold the gun, a new gun, and then have Ray grab the gun. Because I mean, he can't shoot really. He's really shaky.
Yeah.
He has his Parkinson's acting up. But can you shut up? But have
let the person die. We're trying to do a podcast.
right, yeah. Ava is dead, so like you're too late.
I did not think Ava was gonna die.
No, I did not. I thought it was bogus. That pissed me off. It's not that deep.
The ambulance thing or Ava dying?
No, the ambulance.
Don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll live. Yeah, I thought that was. I did not think she was gonna die. Like I said, I
No.
knew Bob was gonna die,
Bob
even
was
though
such
he
a
was acting
dick.
like the fucking Terminator. Like
My
it was
God.
crazy. He gave himself like a tracheotomy. It was like
Yeah, that's just okay. Yeah.
I thought he was killing himself at first. I'm thinking like
no, because I don't know. I forgot what movie popped in my head, but I remember.
Well, I mean,
that.
I know what that is,
Yeah.
but like I just was like that wasn't what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like
But no, let's see. Character by character. All right. Speaking about Bob, how'd you like Bob?
I mean, he was a proper asshole.
Yeah.
He was a twat the whole time. You're like,
Fucking
what
can't
the fuck?
stand
Like,
him.
you're always like, why would you like? It was just very, but I guess that was he played it well.
Yeah.
So I'll say that. But he was just like fucking everything up.
He
He
was.
was just like and then the fucking butterfly bracelet.
Yeah, that
He
I knew
got
that
his
was
hand
gonna.
shot off or whatever for that. And then isn't that how what fucks up the tunnel when Judy's in the tunnel for whatever reason she's wearing a $1 million butterfly bracelet.
No. RJ knocks it over. What?
No, she's wearing it and it gets like snagged on it. She's wearing that bracelet
yeah.
when she's pouring that shit in there and RJ's pulling her. That's what gets caught. Her bracelet gets caught, and that's what spills everything. It's like, yeah, she's wearing like a fucking $100,000 fucking butterfly bracelet that they stole from a different heist on the day of the heist.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you're like, oh, why are you broke? Like, you wouldn't have been broke after the heist if you would have just left that at home.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, no, I'm gonna wear
ridiculous.
a fucking. I don't even know how much it was worth, but it was really expensive. And she's wearing this big ass thing while she's doing a fucking procedure, chemical procedure.
Yeah, and she was so meticulous about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she was. I liked Bob for being an asshole. I hated him though every second. I was like, dude, just fucking die.
Yeah.
Like, you know who I hated more though, and I think you know who I'm gonna say. Fucking Judy.
Fuck Judy.
Fucking you dumb dirty bitch. Like it did. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you're a fucking whore. Cause she never redeemed herself. She would kinder than fuck it up. What she would do is.
That's my part. She was just like she just would go back and forth in between saving Bob and Stan's life.
Yeah.
But like fucking Bob and just fucking stringing fucking Stan along. Like I said, fuck that bitch. She shot RJ too. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. So this is what I was gonna say. So it starts at the jail, and then it's pretty much revealed like that Judy and Bob have been fucking since Stan's been in jail.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's bam.
And Bob's like a dick and like basically saying this shit. Yeah.
So that's that, and that's the first. Oh, she's a bitch. All right, whatever. They go back, and Stan understood. He's like, oh, whatever. I lost her, and that's that. And then he's trying to get back with her, kind of, and then like she's kind of going with like being like nice and shit. I'm like, okay, whatever. There's still some love there. And then, like you said, like it trickled down to then, Stan or RJ tries to stop Bob and shoots him in the ass, and then holds the gun, and then Judy kills RJ, which is a fucking just ruined yourself for everyone. RJ was a goat.
Bitch. Yeah. What did RJ do?
What RJ? He was nice to you. You loved RJ. You gave him a hug, checked on him after Bob beat the shit out of him, and then you decided to shoot him.
Yeah, that's what I didn't get. Like, she was like, "You're gonna be all right," and then shoot. It's like, what? Why'd you just leave on the fucking ground? Then y'all could have been gone.
Just be like, "Oh, I'm so distraught." Like, I've been okay with that. I would have disagreed.
Like I said, I don't like that bitch. She, like I said, shot RJ for Bob. Like, then eventually choked Bob out anyway. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So she choked him out.
Because she was gonna kill Stan. It's like, bitch, you already thought he killed Stan when he left him in there. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, so that bitch.
Yeah, it was. He killed. Then she choked him out, saving Stan. And then they run off, and obviously 6 months later, they're together, they're happy, la-di-da-da-da. But then at the beach...
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I don't know. I'm just going to say she...
because I think she's a conniving whore.
Yeah.
I'll say she fucking took the money and ran
Yeah.
and left Stan there like she was. Left Stan holding his dick just like it was. Speaking of Stan, we'll go into him. He's a goat. I thought, like I said.
I like Stan.
I would say he's my favorite character out of all.
I think we actually brought up Stan already.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit. We were saying how good he was. But did you notice that the woman he was married to was the police guard? The one he was like, hey, if you're going to touch me like that. I forgot what he says.
Oh, like in real life?
Yeah, no, like in the episode, he's married 7 years later or whatever. One of the episodes he's married. And it's the guard who he's like, when he helps him escape, he's like, at least take me out to dinner. I forgot what he says when he's flirting with her. Shit. And then it's like a couple, like 5 years later or something.
Damn, that is.
And he's married.
Oh, yeah, and his fucking family died. That's so sad.
Yeah. But he's married to that fucking police guy.
Shout out Eric Garcia. That's the creator of the show. He didn't direct every episode. It was always a different director every episode.
He wrote it. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think the plot was epic.
Yeah.
Like I said, the order that I watched it was good. It was good. I'm fine with the twists and turns and Tarantino. We're gonna see shit before the other shit. But like I said, I think it would have been better if they would have done like the Heist episode 6 and then 8 and 8 or 7 and 8 be red and pink, because I think pink was To me, I think the best episode.
Yeah, I agree.
And
speaking about Pink though, did you think that was Ray actually giving up Judy and Stan, or like did he like have an idea, or like he knew his wires were tapped or something like that? Or,
yeah, I think didn't he call the FBI or something? Or
said, oh, Porky. Oh yeah, Porky Pig Fed. Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. Never mind, I figured it out. Never mind.
Yeah.
I figured. See,
I figured he was the one who called.
Because he was a butcher. Stan tricked, or not Stan. Ray tricked me. He's like, once a butcher, always a butcher.
Yeah.
Damn, that was good. See, damn, fucking this is a great show.
Yeah, but like I said, I figured Ray was the one who called.
I didn't think
about.
I just thought
she shot him.
Well, well, he must have known his wires were tapped.
Yeah, must have known it was. Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Because Stan. That's what confused me. Stan was like, he said to be here at 10. He said to be here at 10, and they were running late.
Yeah.
So maybe he knew his wires were tapped or something, It had to be something like that.
But yeah, that was a good scene. Like I said, him dying in the beach. Like I said, even him getting like.
Oh, Bob.
Bob. Like I said, I thought Pink was the best episode.
That was a great episode.
And I think like not only was the best episode, I thought like a perfect finale. Like
yeah, I
like endings where like everything gets. Like everyone gets an ending. Yeah. Even if it's one you don't like, but it's an end to the story.
Everything's closed for the most part.
Yeah, except for Judy, I guess, and Stan.
Judy, Stan. Yeah. Judy, Stan.
The agent died. Ava died. Yeah. Ray's. I figured he was.
He's dead, or if he didn't get shot, he's fucking gone anyways.
Yeah.
Bob's dead.
Hannah's got her baby or whatever.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up, but actually I gotta reset the camera 1 second. Okay. All right, speaking about Hannah, whose baby is that?
I don't know.
They never gave a hint in any way, shape, or form.
For a second, I forgot. I didn't realize that was her adopted sister. I thought they were like lesbos.
Oh, I thought they were just besties. I didn't realize she had.
That's like her sister, like from her adopted family that she was with. But I thought they were like lesbos or something.
Wait, who adopted her?
Or Ava found her a family, whatever family she grew up with.
Oh, okay.
Like Stan, or it's not Stan, Ray gives her, before he has to go to jail, gives her to Ava and tells Ava to find her a family, and Ava gets her adopted by some family, and that girl is their daughter.
Wait. Is it Roger's wife? Because his whole family's Asian. No. Or his wife?
No, she's not. He's not her daughter. Okay. He's not Roger's daughter.
Okay. Yeah, so let's bring up Hannah a bit here. So, my questions were in qualms, I guess I would have to say about this was, I kind of understood it, like trying to save Roger, or not Roger. Why am I saying Roger? Excuse me. Ray. Because the people that are around were pretty bad, but like Ray said, he was never in for the money. It was basically just like, bitch, I got you. Like it was like just a big got you, bitch.
Yeah, that's
for Ray. Yeah. But I didn't understand why switch it all out. I don't know.
I didn't.
That's the part. Like why? That's the only question. I can't really. I don't have a specific question. Just like why.
I just think, and again, we've been going over this the whole time we've been doing this shit. Is another one of these stupid, I'm a strong, powerful woman ending where she's like, I'm Ray's daughter. And it's like, it was so, don't make no sense. Like you said, don't make no sense. He didn't even want the money. So it's like, if they killed him, he was going to die of Parkinson's disease. Yeah. So it's like, he didn't care about them finding later. It's like.
She even said like,
and you already, so who cares if Ava, Bob, and all them get the money? Let the triplets go kill them.
Yeah.
It's like, you were killing them anyway, basically, essentially by like taking the money.
Taking the risk, yeah.
And it's like, you don't think Bob was going to kill your dad?
Right.
When he got double crossed? Like, it just didn't make any sense. No. It just boiled down to where, like, she said it was like that, but saving him, he was going to die no matter what. Even if you saved him, he was dying in a year anyway. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I thought she was a unlikable character where, like, she was, like, I guess it was kind of resentment towards her dad because all the shit. I don't know if deservedly so is the word, but I could see it.
Yeah.
But it's like, why not just not be involved then?
Yeah.
Like,
or just let him be,
like, let him do it.
Just
say, hey, I'm not going to help you, and then you have to figure a different way out.
Yeah.
And you live your life and not work for the guy who killed your mom.
So was she planning that the whole 7 years? Was that like a last minute choice, you think? Or like, was it when you said earlier in this episode, was when Roger said, hey, these people we cannot fuck with? Yeah. And then she was like, okay.
I think maybe it was after that. That's why, like I said, that scene was so, like, for multiple reasons, why it was so important.
Because when was that? Because that was when they were prepping, right? Like it's been a while. Like they've been working at this for a while, right? At Ready, and they had it planned it all out. So maybe that's why she couldn't say, hey, maybe not. But he was gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, regardless. So that's why she was like, I gotta figure something else out.
Yeah. So I mean, I understood her. Like it's okay. So I'll try to break this down. So I understood her reasons from a logical perspective. Like, okay, yeah, I think as a kid, you don't want your parent to die, this and that. Like, I understand that. Like, even though they're gonna die of their disease, whatever, you want as much time with them as possible. I understand that perspective and all of that. I think the delivery wasn't right for me. Like, it really just came out of nowhere, and that is the show. It was a lot of plot twists, but I think what did it for me that wasn't as good was the whole speech she had. I think I'm not a big fan of like monologue speeches. They did that in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's why I hate the ending of that. But I agree. I thought it was just whack where she's like, I'm blah blah blah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you just say no then? Yeah. Like, wouldn't that like?
Or I would have been okay with. I didn't. Yeah, I agree. I didn't like the. Oh, I'm Ray's daughter. I liked the part when she was like, they were gonna kill you, Dad. Like, I'm not gonna let you fucking die. Like, that I've been okay with. I would have been okay with that.
I mean, I would if he wasn't literally dying of Parkinson's disease. Like, but it doesn't make any sense. And then, also, it's like, I don't know. She hadn't met Bob yet, right? I guess she didn't really know Bob.
No.
So, but it's like you can't imagine the other 10 criminals he's working with. None of them are gonna want to kill him once they get double crossed. They did all that work for nothing. Yeah. Like. So I don't like that part is where it doesn't make sense to me. We're like, what the fuck, bitch?
Yeah,
like
Bob was literally murking. Like even the job woman who's like, he was fucking him over anyways. Yeah, that was his plan.
He did it at every turn.
Yeah, he was a fucking twat. Yeah. Do you have any other final points?
Well, no, we didn't go to all the characters.
Oh yeah. So we've done Hannah. We didn't do RJ. Let's do RJ. RJ and Roger. RJ was a goat. He was such a sweet boy.
It should have been foreshadowing, knowing he was gonna die. Just how sweet he was.
He was such a cool. Yeah, I knew he was gonna die. Like I was like, I know it. But
I just didn't think it was gonna be Bob. Exactly, that fucking whore Judy. Like, I do not get that part. She literally was just like, oh my God. I'm like, she was so worried that he got punched.
Always took care
it's like, you're going to kill him? Like,
yeah,
you're so worried that Bob punched him. And you're like, you know what? Take this bullet.
Right.
Like,
you know what I've been okay with? If Judy had to kill him, if he actually killed Bob and Judy was so distraught. Because, I mean, he did love her. Or she did love him, and then shot him.
I mean, then it still makes the same sense to save him then. Who cares if you shot him after?
Well, I'm saying.
It don't make no sense because she... I don't know.
But he was fucking fine. Like I was saying, Bob was fine, and he still fucking...
Well, I mean, he wasn't fine. RJ was about to shoot him.
He was about to fucking lay his ass out.
That's what I like. I thought RJ was about to get his GOAT moment where he was about to pop Bob. Like, and then this bitch shoots him. Like I said, I thought it was the FBI bitch rolling up right at the... Yeah. Running up right at the same time.
But yeah. Roger. I initially didn't like him. But then, what I really liked was Ray and Roger's relationship.
Yeah, it was cool. That episode where they go back was dope.
Yeah, their flashbacks was really cool. But what I really liked too is when they sat down, because it was
at the end. In the future, not the end.
At the end when he was like, it wasn't like a typical "oh, I got you" monologue. It felt like very real. Like,
it was where he asked him, where he's like, "Could you have saved her?" And he was like, "I don't know.
I honestly don't know."
And that felt real because you saw it's like, save her and what? Go to prison? I mean, I understand, like, where it's like, but in that same scenario, they were going to kill Judy when they were doing the heist. So how, like, what the fuck? So it's like, you were going to do the same thing he did to your wife to complete a heist to revenge your wife? Like, so I thought at some point he had kind of lost his moral high ground. Yeah. Especially when we saw what happened. Like, it's fucked up. Yeah. But y'all all criminals. Or his wife wasn't a criminal.
No.
But she
knew.
Yeah, she knew. She got caught in the middle. That's your wife. That's your responsibility. Yeah. And it's like he saves your wife.
And you never told her. That was the issue. He never told her about it.
Yeah, and it's like what? He saves your wife and gets arrested?
Yeah.
And then what? Like,
you guys both in jail?
Yeah, everybody's in jail. And it's like, what the fuck? And your wife's probably in jail. She's in the fucking room too.
And we saw how that country club was treating them.
Yeah, it's
so
like.
That she would have gotten thrown in too for sure.
Yeah, it's like, so that part, once you see it, it's more like he kept saying like he killed my wife. Like
I thought like
shot her or something, like tried to shoot,
or like blatantly like you can get her like she was like under shit.
Yeah,
like,
and
I'm not saying it was right.
Once he got in, he just sat there because he knew there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Like, It's like he's not a fucking firefighter. So that part I kind of resonated with me, where it's like, come on now, like what did you expect? Y'all criminals in the middle of a crime, place is burning down. He's not a firefighter. You know what I mean? He's gonna save her wife and get arrested. Like,
because and then he was like, was it worth it? Like he was like, I built my life. I built all this. Like, was it worth ruining? Was it worth wasting your life to ruin mine? That's like, and I really.
And that was a great. That's what I'm saying. I wish there was a fucking ending. That was that was an amazing interaction, because it's true. It's like sheds light on like how far like it's too far. Like I said, you were gonna kill Judy in a fucking heist attempt to avenge your wife.
Judy,
remember when she's in the thing where like they can't, the temperature's about to get to 80 degrees.
Oh yeah.
And they're about to blow her up in the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
And to do it's like, that was Bob's wife. That's some chick. She never did anything to you. You were gonna kill her. You know what I mean? And blatantly kill her, not leave her in the tunnel. Like, and you were fine with that. And so it's like, it did shed some light where it's like, who was the bad guy again?
Yeah.
Like,
and
Roger, like in the movie, in reality, in the show, the only bad thing he did was leave his wife in there. He gave his daughter a job. He was a good boss. He didn't like try and rape his daughter. No. He wasn't like some creep boss who was like hitting on his younger. No. It was none of that weird shit. He was like a good, you know what I mean? It seemed like a pretty.
Genuinely cared about his
job.
He
was an ex-criminal who was a productive member of society now.
Yeah.
He had a family. And it's like his one flaw. I'm sure I don't know if regret's the word. I'm sure he wishes he sits
with the guilt.
Yeah, he wishes he could have done something. But I felt like after seeing that episode, I was like, Leo's kind of a dick. Like, what did you expect him to do? Like Ray, Leo. It's like, I understand being hurt, but like he said, Ray or Roger said in the end, like, you spent your whole life trying to fucking ruin mine, 20 fucking years. Like, that's really how that was how bad the thing I did was. Yeah. All I did was not save your wife. I'm not a fucking firefighter. I want to throw over my fucking shoulder.
Well, in my head, I want to ask this. So this is a theory I kept sitting with in my head. I do have some other questions. But would Roger have? So let's say Leo never broke out. Leo serves his time, does that. Do you think Roger would have set him up? Like, they never discussed that. Like, since they never brought up the fact with that gap of however long he's been in jail, 17 years. The 17 years he was in jail, like, Roger never met up with him there or anything like that. So, like,
I feel like he would let him go because, he was a rich guy. He could have just had him killed in jail if he wanted him dead.
Yeah, but no, like, there was never, like, we saw, like, so the fire happened, Roger dipped, and then they were at the hospital, and then that's when Ray got arrested. But then it cuts to, like, he was in jail, he's breaking out.
Roger was probably in the run thinking Ray was going to tell on him. You know what I mean? Maybe not knowing, but he's like, his wife died, he got caught, it was kind of my fault, it was a little bit of my fault, like, he might snitch on me, so he's probably in hiding for 5 years. Like,
yeah, true. But do you think so, like, you think Roger would have set up Ray at his job or something like that?
No, that's why I was saying no, because if you want him dead, he could just have him killed in prison way easier. You pay somebody.
No, I'm saying, like, work with him. Do you think he would have helped? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying if, like, he came out and was like, revealed himself and been like, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
Because he faked his death because he broke out of jail.
I think he would have. Like I said, after seeing, when you watch the first episodes before you see what actually happened, how his wife dies, the way, like, the vitriol, the disgust Leo speaks about Roger with, you're like, he must have stabbed this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, or
like she was like by the door. And
he like closed the door and locked it. And like, and threw away the key. Yeah, was like, you'll never get out.
Like, or like set them up on a heist. Or something like
that's what I'm saying. Or like left them. Like when you see it, you're like, and then after,
I would be mad.
I mean, yes, I can understand how you'd be hurt, but like, I don't at some point you got to be. You're sitting in jail reflecting for 17 years, and like, if that was Roger's girl and I was in the door, would I would have died and left my daughter and wife to save that bitch and get arrested? How about die or get arrested? Yeah. But you're arrested for sure, and it's like you're gonna leave your family. So it's like, I understand to be hurt. You think you're friends, but I mean, at the end of the day, humans are for themselves, just like he showed in the season on multiple occasions. Yeah. So I kind of, like I said, after seeing that in the end, I don't know. I didn't think Roger is a bad guy anymore. I just thought it was this show about some situation. Some fucked up shit that happened and some. Like, reflecting on, I would say Leo was more of a bad guy than Roger was. Yeah. It's hard. It really is hard. Because he is a nice man, and a bad thing happened to him, but he did a lot of fucked up shit. Yeah. In the name of that, like. Because
I will say to give Roger some leeway here. So like when Leo's, Because Roger was like, nah, we'll do one more job and let's go again. Because that's when I was like, oh, this is where Roger was the bad guy. He kept tempting him. But no, he left him alone. He's like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, even
he's like, I'm done, dude. Like, I'm
Yes.
done. I got to, this is my wife. We got this. But they had the reasons. He's like, I'm done. I'm done, Roger. I don't want to rob anymore. He's like, but you're a thief, man. That's what you are.
Yeah.
But then he kind of left him alone. He did stop by the store and try to finesse him.
Yeah, a little bit. But
him.
like I said, after seeing the what was it, 24 years in the future?
It was present day.
24 years. I keep saying future. 24
years later.
Yeah, late or in the past when.
Oh,
when
in the
his wife
past,
died.
yeah.
And or when they're doing the heist and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, I don't know, like Roger was just, he wasn't that bad. I just, like I said, it sucked what he did.
Yeah.
But it was like him or her. And I mean, I don't know what I would
fight
do.
or flight. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd like to tell everybody and say that.
You try to do your.
I do my best, but in reality, like I said,
I
if you
don't
don't
know.
think if you think they're both gonna die and ain't nobody ever gonna know, I'm
Yeah.
probably leaving.
Yeah.
If you want to meet, it's me or them. I'm just being real. So that part was like I said, there was like like Hannah was the bad guy. Like kind of like I guess
Yeah.
Hannah was the bad guy. She was Snake for 7 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then double crossed her dad and her boss. Like,
yeah.
And
Oh, there we go. That's a question I wanted to ask. How the fuck did she return that money? Was she like, yeah, my dad? Like, how the fuck does that conversation go?
well, in my head, I'm thinking she went up to them and was like, well, she said that she told them like, we'll steal it, give it to you, and then you'll get the insurance money, so you'll double up basically.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said that their plan was him. But like that was like I said, everything that Hannah was involved in was just like a fucking shaky plot.
It
Like,
felt half.
you don't know who her fucking
Which is weird.
You don't know who her baby daddy is.
Yeah.
Like they don't even like. Is there any hints? I'm gonna go back and watch maybe.
Like it made it feel like Roger because like there was like arm touching and stuff. But
yeah, I never got nothing like that where it's like.
they
like I said,
definitely would have brought that shit up. if it
Yeah, I
was
just thought he
Roger.
was just like a father figure type of thing. Like
Yeah.
people touch. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. But nothing creepy. She never said anything either.
There was
And
no
it
guy.
never got brought up either because you would imagine fucking Leo would ask like, did he ever? You know what I mean? Have you ever fucking?
Nothing was
Like I
brought
said,
up.
that's why I was like, Roger wasn't that bad. Like you just hate him because Leo hates him and you
Yeah.
like him.
I love Giancarlo.
Yeah,
Esposito.
and like I said, the way he speaks about him until you find out what happens, you're like,
Yes.
he fucking stabbed her. It was like he was the person who was like, he set the fire and was like, you're
Yeah,
both
got you,
dead.
bitch.
I'm taking
Fuck
all your
you,
money,
yeah.
and I'm gonna take your daughter and adopt her. Like
Yeah.
that's how.
And I'm gonna impregnate
Yeah,
her.
like that's how he like hated him. But it was like you find out it was like no, they were all just caught at the end of a heist. Basically,
Yeah.
kind of like the one.
Just
they
a
were in.
heist gone wrong.
Heist gone wrong, and he didn't tell your wife to
Yeah.
show up there. It's like fucking.
God. That heist, yeah, we'll do that. Let's discuss this final heist, and then I think we'll do our ratings and wrap it up.
Yeah.
This final heist was a complete shit show. It was so cool. Like you said earlier in this episode, it was Judy and RJ like, come on, let's go. And her bracelet gets caught and spills goop. And then they mentioned, oh, there's too much water. It's because that shit blew up and that was leaking in there. That's why it was leaking a lot more than usual. That's why it wasn't. I don't think it was supposed to flood.
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
I mean, that's
but not that fast.
I agree, but that's just like a traditional.
Yeah,
heist
but it
movie.
was cool though. It was cool.
Because the heist never goes. the
No,
way it's supposed to go.
I agree, but it was cool seeing the domino
Yeah.
effect. And then
I did, like I said, I wrote that down in my notes. I put the fucking butterfly bracelet.
Yeah.
Like fucking, why is she wearing that on a
Yes.
heist?
And then Bob, I think, is the one who fucked up the most because weeks ago, because Ava wasn't even on the radar. It was when Bob was like she was.
Yeah, he got shot in the
Yeah, he got shot in the hand, and then like he pulled up to her house. Like that was the thing that set.
He shot a gun too that had Ava's fingerprints on it. That's how they got.
Yeah,
that's
that
how
too.
she got back on the radar
Yeah.
initially.
And she said she reported those guns missing a couple months ago, which was true.
It was true. But
Yeah.
she's probably just smart. Knowing
Yeah,
that I'm
she
gonna use
planned
this
that
gun.
already. Yeah, I knew that. But yeah, that and then let's see, thinking, and then what was happening? Abazi finds the thing, rips everything out. Roger sees her getting robbed. That goes to shit. Carlos pulls up, almost shoots Ray, and then Hannah steps in, hits him, and then that's when the whole spiel goes on, like, hey, I'm taking this shit. And Roger keeps going with it because you can't be like, hey, guys, stop, my daughter took these, because that'd be a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then we go outside, and then we see Judy or Bob's like, we're robbing them, fuck them all. And they're outside, and RJ's like, what up, guys? And then fucking shitbag Bob punches RJ, which is punching a fucking baby deer. Like, I can't even stomach that. I can't. And then he checks on him and he's like, "You're such an asshole." And then RJ's like, "Sup, bitch?" I knew the second I knew Judy gave him a gun, I was like, "This motherfucker gonna shoot Bob."
I know. Well, that's what I thought too, because I'm like, oh, now, and that's why I was like, he had that look in his eye, like,
Yeah, get
yes,
that shit,
he's about
Bob.
to fucking pop Bob.
Do it.
And that would have been fucking. Like I said, I think that would have been a great arc for RJ if he was the one who was fucking smoked.
And then let
like
him
I
get
said,
shot.
and then they throw Bob in the dumpster and he doesn't die because he's the fucking Terminator.
Yeah.
But fucking, you know what I mean? Or he shoots him in the neck and he fucking. That's why he
Misses,
can't talk. Or you know what I mean? Like. I don't know. I thought it was whack that killed RJ. Like, I really didn't like that.
I would have been okay.
And it sucked. It was Judy. Like,
yeah. Oh no. Yeah. And then so the run because Stan sees him, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna run."
well, yeah, because fucking Bob starts shooting at him.
Yeah. And then he runs, and then he's chasing after him, and then Judy chokes Bob out after letting That's a piss that pissed me off. You let RJ die. But then
won't let Stan die.
Yeah, like
but you also won't let Stan hit. So what is going on?
What are we doing?
Let him die.
Yeah, like
just
choose.
let Stan die.
Let him have your babies and let him die.
Yes.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Don't get in the friend zone, guys.
No, this is what happens.
They'll save your life just to not.
You lose RJ and she'll shoot you.
And she'll take the money and run.
Yes. It was such fucking bullshit.
And her baby daddy will try and kill you.
This is also
her toxic ex is going to try and kill you.
Toxic ex. You know what's really,
he's a narcissist.
You know what's really funny, though? When Bob's crew was like, when they were listening to like the podcast shit.
Yeah.
And he was writing notes and like trying to figure it out. And like he woke up and they were making fun of his notes. And went, bah, 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 bah. But no, back to the heist. Sorry. Yeah, so that heist all goes to shit. And Bob gets choked out. And then I did hear the cracks. So that's why it makes sense why his throat died. Did you think
throat died?
Or his throat broke? What, his voice box broke? Whatever. His throat did die. He can't speak anymore.
I guess.
Yeah. So in a way, I was right. Dick. He couldn't breathe. So yeah, his throat did die. I stand by it. He had to fucking fix it with a pen. But yeah, did Judy think he was dead? I would assume so, right? Because she was in shock because she saw his car and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, heist. Overall, I mean, yeah. Let's do our wrapping thoughts. I don't want to ramble too much.
To close it up, I thought the heist was good. It was a quality heist movie. The things with the bees was pretty interesting.
I was so confused.
Did they explain that at some point? I missed it. Why
I
that
think
was
so.
gonna work?
I missed so much shit, but it made sense.
I remember the temperature thing.
Yeah,
I remember that, and I remember the safes. I just don't remember them.
They definitely probably discussed it, but they dropped so much.
Yeah,
shit
I don't remember like them. But I don't know. Maybe they said it, but I don't remember them going in like detail what the fuck the bees were gonna do. Like,
no, I don't. But I do remember the water. They brought up that fucking water shit.
Yeah,
the
water thing got brought up, and like I said, the vaults were obviously brought up. But I don't remember them bringing. But when it happened, it was cool.
Yeah,
like I don't remember knowing that it was gonna be bees.
Yeah, no.
And so that was like a cool thing. And then they had the facial recognition.
Yeah, that was cool.
You've never seen anything like that in a heist movie, so that was interesting.
And it felt practical too in a way.
Yeah, it did. Where it was like much easier than they're like usually in a heist movie they're
like
like, all right, we got to chop his head off.
Yeah, or like, oh, I have this perfect.
Or beat his ass and drag him down there.
Or we have a perfect replica of his face. But it was like cool. It had the little dot.
Yeah, the things that would like a facial recognition would do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. And like I said, eventually the money. It was kind of extravagant. There's 4 different safes. Like
yeah.
But again, so we'll get into final thoughts. So we'll let Tom wrap it up in closing. I thought it was a dope show. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. I think it would be like a 9.5 out of 10 if they did it in chronological order. Just like how long it's been. Like I said, I think they kind of out-thunked themselves on this one and kind of tried to be too. And I do think it was an interesting way to watch and an interesting take. And the way I watched it, obviously, they didn't take any away from me. Especially because I was taking notes.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? We're doing this, so I'm like reviewing it. Me and Tom are bouncing ideas off each other. So, you know what I mean? But most people just watch it through and just be done with it, and that's it. So I think it would have been better if it was the pink and red were after the heist.
Yeah. For me, I would rate this an 8.8. I was sitting with it for a while. Reason is, and I think this is the sole reason, the biggest reason why I give it such a high rating is the mystery aspect was really well done. And I forgot, I think it was, what did we just talk about that? Glass Onion. and probably similar shows and movies to that. I really love little Easter eggs, foreshadowments, attention to detail, because then you feel like a dumbass, but it really did make sense. And they had a lot of that, and like you discovered in this episode, I didn't even know shit that Sean brought up, and maybe vice versa, I can't recall, but there was stuff in this show that like the attention to detail that it did matter. Like you didn't even think it mattered. I really like that stuff. It makes it fun. And also, again, I really have to say this. Giancarlo Esposito's performance fucking blew me away. Like I always loved him. But he's like I said earlier, he always played like a menacing, like overshadowing Victor. His range was fucking. Because
he played a tough guy in there as well. Yeah, and he was like a dying old man as well.
Yeah, and then it was
a
really
sad widow, and then a
sad grandpa,
an overwhelmed dad.
Yeah,
like he, you know what I mean. He went through, and like I said, a badass heist guy.
Yes.
Like I said, he was in jail being a tough guy.
Yeah, because I thought he was just gonna be like, oh, I'm this macho.
Because the first scene in the jail, he's like, you better not. He'd be like, you better kill my cellie, or
I was like,
leave him alone, or I'm gonna have to listen to him cry. He's like, if you beat him up, I'm gonna have to listen to him cry all night.
It was funny because I guarantee you they casted him. I mean, they showed him he probably showed the Eric Garcia his range. But they probably cast him because like, oh, everyone's gonna think had an idea is gonna be like how he was in Breaking Bad, obviously, The Boys. Pretty much any role he's always like this motherfucker you don't fuck with.
Yeah, he was Mandalorian, I guess. But yes, he was a very vulnerable character, relatable, like we said. You know what I mean? They paint the story as Roger's the bad guy. But, you know what I mean? In reality, it comes as like I guess the villain of the story is
how you deal with the trauma.
Leo's revenge is the villain. Maybe not just him. Like we all can understand our wife dies. Somebody we know that, you know what I mean? Who knows how you would bounce back from that? So we can all relate to that. We're like, at least he had a reason to be vengeful.
So yeah, guys, let us know let us know actually in the comments down below what order you guys got if you watched this show. Obviously leave a like and subscribe. Also comment what you rate this episode, what you rated the series in general, what we should talk about next. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Links are on the screen and down below. Again, I am Tom. This is Sean, and we'll see you guys next episode. Take care.